Trollord Games. Join the fray.
Hello? Yeah, I'm live. I'm live. What the hell? I'm live on my end. Hello? No sound. What the I don't know, man. I don't know. It was acting all weird and stuff. The internet was. Laramie can hear typing. I guess you can't see us either. I don't know. Thanks for the resub, Savage. You're awesome, dude. Thank you. Well, can you see me, Laramie? Okay. All right. I don't know. It was weird. On my end, it looked like it shut off completely, and but it kept saying live. I don't know. All right. Anyway, good morning. I'm sitting here dealing with allergies and overload of work, and now there's a holiday tomorrow here in the country where we got freed from the tyranny. So having a holiday tomorrow has put more workload on me today, of course. All right. Reload worked. Okay, good, good. Yeah, I'm having a rough morning this morning. I had a lot going on. Oh wow, you are looking good. Yeah, my granddaughter was playing around with. She took all the miniatures she had out here earlier. I don't know what she was doing. She left. She likes to play with all that stuff. It's all good. That's why you'll see different random stuff back here on my desk because she carries all kinds of stuff in here. Anyway, yeah, you know. So how's everybody doing this morning? I've been busy this morning. We're getting ready to send out a big update for the Kickstarter, and I'm putting add-ons on in the store or in the Kickstarter for the Crusader magazine and Foundry, and then he's got an AMA at 1 o'clock at the OSR Reddit, and all manner of things going on around here. Traders Day, yeah, that's probably what y'all. That's probably. But Pete, you, I don't know if I should consider you English or not anymore. You've lived over in Belgium so long. I'm not sure if you even could be, you know, considered English. I don't know. I suppose you would probably say yes to that, though. I'm sure. Let me get over here and see what's going on. Good morning, everybody. It's good to see everybody. We do have a giveaway going on as usual, So, yes, I'm back, Torlock. Evidently, some people suffered some blindness and amnesia, but we made it through. Anyway, we do have a giveaway going on. If you are sitting in Twitch, not Twitch, but anywhere but Twitch, and you want to get on the getaway, you have to come over here to twitch.tv/trollergames.com and enter the giveaway over here. Unfortunately, because it's all I can do, trying to figure out how many browsers I have open. There's the link right there if you want to hop into it. We didn't betray the crown. The crown betrayed us. Ah, yes. I've got a buddy of mine. I need to send him. I send him a meme every year. I have for years. We don't talk that much anymore. He lives in England. But we're still buddies. But I need to send him out one. It's one that was like happy. I forget what it was. Happy Traders Day or something like that. I don't know. He gets a big kick out of it, right? But yeah, lots going on right here this morning. Busy, busy, busy. If you got any questions, throw them at me. Man, I'm really wishing I had some coffee. I have no coffee. My wife left. There's no coffee in the house. Well, she didn't leave me. I'd really be screwed, right? But she's gone, so Anyway, and that's what I was doing, was in the middle of trying to put add-ons on the on the on the Kickstarter. Yeah, there we go. I'll learn how to form words here in a minute. Let me shut that down there. Probably Happy Treason Day, you and Gruffle Colonial, something like that. I can't remember. It's a pretty funny meme. I'll have to look it up. I've got a folder of memes I keep just for specific stuff. That's an old one. I just like to remind them that we can't hear them from the moon. Oh, that's a bitter cut, dude. I do love throwing things at Chuck. Yes, you do, Laramie. You do. I'm looking forward to seeing you at GameOCon. That'll be fun. Hey, you just did 2 games this year. You didn't do a Sunday game, did you? I was going to ask you about that. I'm going to run a Sunday game, but I don't know if it's. I don't know. GameOCon was pretty wild last year. It seemed like Sunday was the busiest day, which was weird for cons, but I don't know. It may differ every year. Who knows? I don't know. I got a bunch of games in this year, though. I'm running a bunch of games. I think I'm running 25 or 30 hours worth of games. Maybe something like that. And then Jeremy's going to run a bunch too. He's doing almost as many. And then we've got other people running games. So that'll be a good con. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, Atomic, I'm the same way with him. We have a good time with it. He owns my buddy owns a restaurant supply thing over in England. And I remember this has been, God, a long time ago, because he was playing in one of my campaigns on the weekends, and that's been 5 or 6 years. I've been with the company 7 years, so probably it's been close to 10 years since this happened. But they had, they have a real rigid control on weapons over there in that country, and they had banned a knife that he sold to restaurants, and he was no longer allowed to sell it, and he had like, I think 30 or 40,000 of them in stock or something like that. And he couldn't legally sell them anymore because they changed, one of their laws to where that knife met within the regulations of not being allowed to be sold. And it was a table knife for a restaurant supply company. But anyway, I'll never forget him going off about that one day for like 8 hours, all day long, just going on and on. Anyway, it was pretty funny. We give him a hard time about it. Have a little more respect for the tea. That's right. Yeah. Well, I was wondering if you granted a Sunday one last year, so I didn't know. Maybe off book, yeah, maybe. I ran it off book when middle of the day last Saturday. We had a guy cancel his game. 2 people showed up, and then another group showed up, and next thing I know, I had 9 people at the table. So it worked out good. Yeah, I've not had no tea in a while. I need to get some Atomic Hedgehog. I like to drink green tea and all sorts of different hot teas. Yeah, especially table knives. That's what was funny about it. He said literally it was something that was for a certain set, or whatever. I don't know. It's pretty funny. I thought it was funny. Anyway, let me see here. The Kickstarter is doing rather well. We hit 125. I don't think we'll have a problem hitting the next 2. So we're coming up with another stretch reward that we want to put up. We're trying to figure out which one we want to do. We've got a list of them, but we have to be careful because we don't want to bring on any more printing costs than we have to, right? Because as it stands right now, this Kickstarter is going to fund most all the printing. Not much more than that though, because adding the Crusader on added a bunch of printing materials. Some of the other stuff's not so bad, like the sheets won't be too bad printing in the house and stuff, but the Crusader will run into a little bit of money, and of course the books do, So what's the ideal D&D party size and makeup? Well, I don't know about makeup. I typically tell folks to do whatever they want. Like I don't care if you've got 5 dwarven clerics, But the ideal size, it also depends on who the GM is, But for me, sweet spot is 4 to 5. That's my sweet spot. I don't care to do 7 to 8. I don't care to do 3. I don't care to do 1. But when you do 1 or 2, then it starts to become a little bit of a different dynamic. You know what I mean? You have to kind of look at, what kind of adventures can they go through? Because if you've got 2 people playing, they probably don't want to be. I mean, you don't want to put them in a situation where they're just going to die or fail or not have any fun, right? So you have to be a little more creative about it. But I mean, really, it's what the situation offers, Their answer your table wants. That's right. That's a good one, Laramie. That's exactly right. What's up, Alien SDL? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Belgian cousin was holding up my nifty Huntsman's axe and a mystery knife that I bought from the UK. Still waiting for them to release it. Yes, because you could go on some sort of rage, and conquer half of Europe with your Huntsman's axe and mystery knife. Yeah, I know how that is, man. It's all good though. Good morning, Sundance Kid. Good to see you. I do like a large party, but it does run a bit differently. You have to get everyone to declare quickly, and you'll need more metal. Yes. Game Hole Con, I'm running 2 12-hour games. Or 12 hour. No, I'm not. I'm running 2 12-person games, 2 big games. I don't care to run big games. I'm like Steve, I'll run big ones. But my sweet spot for those is usually about 12. I'll do whatever. But 12's a good bunch. I ran 12 at Game Hole at Gary Con. It went real well. So thankfully, I'm running CNC. So it's like da-da-da. It's not too bad. I'm doing. Oh, look, it's DM Chris, the great winner of prizes. Hey, Chris, we've got a raffle going on. Good morning to you, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, four is a good solid choice. It's good. 3's good too. I mean, they're all good, but 4 is probably the best choice for any type of scenario. 4 to 5, honestly. And then 6 to 7's a little not too bad. I mean, 8, I don't know. I had a group of 8 here one time I was running at my house, but man, I had 3 people that were under the age of 22. And let me tell you what, they were a mess at the table with the adults. It was a little bit different. And it wasn't too fun. I mean, it was okay at first and everything, but, they'd be on their phone or chatting, or they weren't really, I don't know. It's just, if you're going to have 8 people at a table, or even 9, 10, whatever, then I recommend they be solid players. You know what I mean? Not trying to learn. Good morning, Kenny. What time zone are you in, buddy? Yeah. Oh, that's true, Atomic. Yeah, that's a good point. Kind of patted a little bit. Yep. It's 7:17 over there, and it's early, isn't it? Yeah, it is early. That's true. Sorry about that, my man. Yeah, no, you're right, Atomic. That's a good point. I usually just schedule for 6, and then let it fall. Yeah, did you go back to virtual? Yeah, I do. I haven't done any virtual games in a while. I mean, I don't know. I kind of do virtual. I do the Saturday game virtual. We're all virtual. We're not the same. We're not in person, I guess. I get, I don't know. It's just different with me because I do things so hybrid and, on the fly. Wait, North Idaho is Pacific? I did not know that. I did not know that. That is interesting. Well, that kind of sucks for you. Well, I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. What's up, SM Gaming? How you doing? Good morning. Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, now when you do, when you have time zone stuff and online games, it can get kind of crazy. I'll tell you what, I tried to play for a while on an Australian table. That was a tough one for me. It was really tough. Honestly, I won't lie. It was out there. It was nuts. Um. So anyway, I am doing that. One of the things I'm gonna put on the store this morning is this jewel right here. Not the store. I keep saying the store. The Kickstarter for add-ons. Golly. For either of those folks that backed like the lower tiers or whatever, they can do an add-on for it. We're gonna put this bad boy on there. So I'm gonna have the Crusader on there in just a little bit, and you can add that in if you don't have it in the pledge levels. I think most of the pledge levels are getting it though. This one's been a really good, interesting Kickstarter. There's a lot of good value in it. I can't deny it, man. And even like the upper level stuff with all the Foundry editions, if you're into that. If you're not, I get it. But if you are, that's a lot of money saved because you're getting all the books and stuff. It's crazy. Yeah, the Crusader's coming back. I've got to turn in my submittals next week for my first article about crafting. I've got to do that over the weekend. I think I'll probably write that maybe Friday actually. So I think we're going to have tomorrow off, and we'll probably work part of the day Friday if that. I don't know. Holidays always mess things up around here. That's why we don't like them too much. I like 4th of July. It's my favorite holiday probably, but speaking for all the dozen other holidays that are out there, you know. Cracking eggs. Yeah, yeah. And I think once we release this, we'll probably, I don't know what we're going to do with it. We're still up in the air about it, but I'm kind of pushing for us just to put it in Patreon and let that way people have yet another reason to subscribe to it, right? Because we have to do a subscription based thing anyway, right? So I'm thinking that's what we do. And then every month, um, we just pull the list from whoever's paid for the subscription and they'll get emailed out to them, you know, a code or something to go pick it up on the store. And yeah, you just get it for free, you know, or however we do it. I may just, I don't know. That's a good question. We may just ship it out to them, I guess. I don't know. We live in northern Wisconsin. The only way my wife and I can find a game is with VTT. Oh, for sure, Adam. I can imagine. And that's, you know, that's how I got into VTT. I bought my Fantasy Grounds license in 2000. And, well, not the current one I have now. The original one I bought was 2007. That's when I first got into VTT. And I had to because I just ran out of people to play with, you know. And then, of course, I got into it pretty good. And then things kind of worked out better. I was getting more games and stuff. And then COVID came along and that really pushed it to VTT, you know, for a while. Yeah, I hear you, Tommy. Hey, my first game hold con this year. It is a smooth process to get a game when it's scheduled released, or is it nightmare? Well, you know, I don't know. I don't know from that end of things, Sundance, but I do tell you what they do that I didn't know last year that I found out the hard way is they do almost like and they may do this at Gen Con. I don't know because I've not been to Gen Con in 25 years or something. So, but I don't normally go to it anymore. I mean, we're going back this year, but I'm not going. But so what they normally do is they do like the land race thing where they line up all the games and then they release them at one time and then everybody runs and gets, you know, and grabs them, right? So I'm trying to get all of our games on there early. Last year we didn't get them on there till late. But I will tell you about Game Hole Con. All right. Last year I ran 3 games on a Saturday. One of the games, I'm sorry, that's a lie. I ran 2 games and played in 1 game on Saturday. One of those games I scheduled to run. The other one, I just made a pickup game because people were standing around wanting to play and there was nowhere to play. And then the third one, Jeremy ran, and it was another pickup game. Some people came in and they were wanting to play, and the guy had canceled. I think it was Pathfinder or something. And so we just put a game together and they played. So I will say this much about Game Hole Con. Unlike other cons I've been to, I will say this is a really good con for just walking in and finding games and enjoying it. At least from what I saw. Now we have a lot of games there this year, a lot of CNC games. I know you're probably like to play for more than that. I would be. I love Gamer World and stuff, but there's going to be a lot there. I'm running a bunch. Jeremy's running a bunch. Laramie's running some. We've got several people on the docket running them. You know, I'm trying to get it grown there pretty good. Yeah, so you won't have a problem. I don't think finding a game as far as finding a game to play in, but they do it that way. So I was a little nervous about my games getting filled because I put mine in like 3-4 weeks after they released it because I didn't know. You know, everybody does it differently. You know, some people just open up different tiers. Like, okay, this badge gets to get games, and this badge, and this badge. Others just open up a big wide thing and you go for it, or others just kind of open it up slowly. So I don't know. I've personally enjoyed Foundry, even if CNC integration is rather bad. Yeah, I've played Foundry a little bit. Most of my experience has been with Fantasy Grounds and a little bit with Roll20 and Foundry. But Roll20 and Foundry are very minimal. I've probably played Foundry the least. I like most VTTs. I mean, they are what they are. For me as a GM, I use them very lightly, but that's just me because I know I don't have the time to put the prep in to do them. I think that if I was retired and didn't have anything else to do and I could prep them, I would probably enjoy them a lot more because there's such cool stuff that goes on. But again, anytime you run a game, I don't give a shit if you're running a VTT game, a con game, or whatever at home. Any kind of game, you have to consider what allows you to give your best performance as a GM as far as delivering story, answering questions, making it immersive, dynamic. And to do that, you have to make decisions on what's going to interrupt you. Some people can do things differently. Like for me, prepping for a game on Fantasy Grounds or Roll20 or Foundry takes forever. Other people, it's, you know what I mean? So it's all what really settles on at the end of the day for you that makes you feel comfortable behind the screen. Because if you're not comfortable behind the screen with your setup, you're not going to run a good story. I don't care what you say because your players are going to be able to tell. They can tell if you're struggling, if you're looking around, or if you're I don't know, or and you don't want to feel that way because then it compounds and puts pressure on you. You know what I mean? So you're better off going with what works for you, even if it's just taking a piece of paper and drawing a map out, and holding it up, whatever. As long as you can have enjoyment yourself too, because ultimately your enjoyment reflects on their enjoyment. You know. Anyway, I'm getting off on a soapbox. I didn't mean to. Well, let's see. Part of me is the need for honest dice. My uncle will be far up too tempted to fudge his rolls if I let him use his own dice. He's been playing since AD&D and he's still not chroming out that beat the game. Oh yeah, well there's some people like that. I mean, I roll mine behind the screen. Sometimes if it's a big deal, I'll roll out in front of the screen. And the reason why I do that is to sort of create this excitement. That's the only reason, right? Really. I could just sit back there and just roll blank dice. It wouldn't matter, I guess. But I know what you mean because my guys try to do it too. But now we had one guy in particular who grew up with us, and he doesn't no longer play with us right now. He's taking a break from gaming, but even in his 40s, I can remember him. It wasn't until he turned like 55 that he started being a little better about trying to not beat the game. Like for example, he'd be the kind of person that wouldn't want to tell you what spell he was casting because he's afraid he would lose an edge and that kind of thing. And I totally get that. Some people game with the idea that there's some sort of competition going on or edge or whatnot. You know what I mean? And there shouldn't be. I mean, I guess people are going to do what people are going to do, you know, but there shouldn't be, you know. Let's see. What else have I got going on here? And I will have to cut this short this morning. I was supposed to go for an hour, and of course I didn't get on here till half an hour, but I'll go a little bit longer, but I've got so much work to do today. I roll my combat in the open so my players know it's real. Secret stuff gets secret rolls, of course. And yeah, my father and uncle are both pushing 50. And one is willing to take the licks of the ebb and flow. The other one gets squirrely if he isn't at max. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I do it all different times of ways. We had a show here a while back where we were talking about Steve and Davis and them. I think of somebody, I haven't done this before, but have oftentimes, well, no, that's not true. I have let players roll damage for monsters and that kind of stuff. So sometimes doing some stuff like that's kind of fun too. You know, I think one of the things that Matt Golden believed in, and I believe in, and Steve does, and Davis and everybody else, it's true, is no matter what you do, you always want to make sure your players are rolling dice as much as they can, because when they're rolling dice, they're involved. And that right there is one of the favorite things about role playing games is that taking those tactile dice and rolling them. You know, I mean, just so you can see what results you get. You know, it's just a fun part of it. I play games that don't have any dice, and I miss them. The games are designed to where it doesn't feel like you miss them, but I can see, you know, when I'm playing a role play game where I'm not rolling any dice, or I'm just rolling like maybe a few sixes or something, I get that, I miss that polyhedral, you know, set feeling, you know. So yeah, I get that for sure. Um, where was I? Oh, so I'm gonna put that up there. We're gonna put the founder stuff up there today. I'm gonna try and split those up into books. We'll probably have, I think what I'm gonna have is I'm gonna have the CKG, the PHB, the M&T, and the campy stuff all separate. There won't be a package deal. It'll just all be separate. And then those people who do not get that in their tier level, if they want it, they can get it. Now, just keep in mind, if you don't get something on the Kickstarter, it will be for sale later. These books, obviously, the Foundry stuff, it'll be for sale later. I'm not really sure how it's all going to work out yet. We don't have the schedule up yet for how the Foundry stuff will work. My envisioning is, and what me and Dan have talked about is, we're going to do the updates on the rule set to get it all set up for Siege, right? And then we're going to start pumping out the books, and then once we get the PHB out, you know, I think we'll have a better idea of where we're going to be at. We don't know how long it's going to take or anything. We really don't. I don't know anyways. But the ideal is we'll get those core books out there, and then we'll switch to getting the adventures on there. And then after that, we may look at putting Amazing Adventures up there. I got to talk to Steve about that. I'm not sure in what form or what. You know, I don't know we don't really have like a giant production schedule for the VTT stuff because, again, we make more money off selling books, so we have to kind of prioritize where we spend our energy. And we want to do good with the VTT, but it would not keep the company afloat. Let's put it that way. It's more of an extra thing, right? Agreed. I definitely try to make sure my players are rolling dice for different things and different reasons, even if they're not rolling checks or attacks as such. So yeah, it's important to keep them rolling them. I don't know. Character death is funny. How many bards do you have? 57. I can do this all night. 2 weeks, Chuck. 2 weeks. Hey, Johnny. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Yeah, 2 weeks. So I'd like to. I hope to have at least some of it out by the time that we get the books up on the store for sale, the hardback books. But we'll see. I don't know. I really don't know. Um, but it's happening. It's happening. So slowly but surely. I forget what the saying is for that. The squeaky wheel gets the grease or something like that. I guess. Yeah. So. Um, I think the next two stretch goals we've got. Let me see where they're at. I was in the middle of putting that stuff up, so I don't even know what's going on with the Kickstarter. We are almost. Oh, we are right around 126 is where we're at. Okay, so we've got. Next thing up is. Oh yeah, the character ideals book and the campaign ideals book. There's a little booklets we're gonna get. We're gonna have 101. Yeah, they'll go through those pretty quick though. Those are just 10,000 stretch rewards. And then I think I forget what the last one is. Oh, that's what I told you earlier. We're still working that one out. So, will you guys be more? Will you guys be more stuff for the Castle Keeper? What do you mean, Frank? Reword that for me, would you? Just a little bit. Oh, the Darkness Rising movie. Yeah, I've not seen that. I want to watch that movie. I've never seen it, man. Is it pretty good, Adam? I was wondering about it. I see it's got this game in it, so I'll probably enjoy it anyway. You know what I mean? But I understand that feeling. I've got a dear friend of mine just passed away, and I used to run in one of his games, and he had a West Marches kind of style game, and what he would do would be like, if you came into the game, your first level, right? So you come in the game first level, and if you died, or whatever level you died at, that's what you had to start over at first level, right? Well, that's all great and everything, but the problem was is I was playing a Lizard Man Shaman, and it was 5e, and man, he had everybody was like fifth level in that group, so I kept dying, and I had like I forget what his name is now, but I'll throw out a name, Gornak. So he was Gornak the 12th or something like that at one point when I finally stopped. So I give up. This is a bad character concept in this game. It's not going to survive. So I re-rolled like a barbarian or something. I don't remember. Oh, resources. What do you mean? Give me an idea of what you mean. I mean, these cheat sheets and stuff that we're putting out for the Kickstarter, we're going to give a pretty good supply of those to the backers and everything. But ultimately, I think we will have those on the store for sale. So that'll be some resources, you know. And we are going to be looking at coming out with some new screens. I think we like the idea of doing that, like for these hardback adventures at least. We'll do a themed screen with them. Like I'd like to have an I Dying War one, and then like the one for the Connecticut Green. These hardback ones we're going to do for sure. Well, now Connecticut Green's not hardback, is it? That's right, it's not. So I don't know. I may be talking wrong about that. I'm not really sure what he wants to do about doing custom screens for some of these adventure paths, but I would like to do some of them. You should. They just did a Kickstarter for a new one, indie movie that brings D&D and Monty Python together. Yeah, I've got that one. I backed that one for sure. I backed that one. That's a pretty funny one, actually. I didn't need to, that's for sure. But whatever. Um. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, I see the connection to that now, Adam. Okay, roger that. Yeah. We won't tell. Yeah, I know. My wife. I don't back a whole lot of stuff anymore. I just don't have time, man, and I'm not going to use it. I don't even. I haven't ordered anything off from TLG in over a year. It's not that a lot of that stuff I don't have. I just don't have time to fool with it. Hey, Will. Oh, nice to see you, buddy. I'm glad you stopped by. It's good to see you too. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. Yeah, we're just shooting the shit here this morning a little bit. I got to go back to work in a little bit. I got to finish putting up the stuff on the Kickstarter. I got to work on some store stuff, and then we've got an AMA later, and then tonight, no promises. But I think we're going to do another game stream for like an hour and a half. So probably this afternoon. I think me and Steve and Jeremy are going to run a small. I think Steve's going to run me and Jeremy through something, just me and him together. We'll see. So look for that. That'll be around if you're around. We can come by and watch. We're just trying to do some small games while we're doing the Kickstarter. We may keep doing some stuff like that afterwards, though. I think people like it. Man, Narg, I hear you. I am struggling too. I don't have any coffee or tea. All I got is water, which is fine, but it doesn't really wake me up. You know what I mean? Not at all. Chick. There we go. All right. Let's see here. So yeah, next episode's 2 there. Yeah, I don't know. Everything is good. Hope we're doing well. Just wanted to say hi. Just take it easy, man. Talk to you. Absolutely, buddy. Hopefully we can get in a game soon or something. Hey, are you going to go to? Yeah, I don't know if you'll be going to Gamehole Con or not. I'll be at Gamehole Con this fall if you're coming there. I'll be running some games. So if you do come, look me up. I'll be in the game hall all day, every day, pretty much. I'm not working a booth at all. So, all right. So I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hop off here. Let's get the giveaways done. Then I'm gonna get off and get to work because I do have work to do. So, but I wanted to jump in this morning and say hi to everybody and just thank everybody for all the support. You know, I like these Wednesday mornings when we sit around and talk about whatever. Yeah. So let me switch over. We'll get the giveaways going. If you're not entered a giveaway, you probably need to come over here to Twitch to do it. Unfortunately, if you're watching from a different platform, there's a link you can join right there. Just come over and give us a follow. Space Point Raffle. Let's see what Alien Gare has a question. Let me answer it real quick. If you get free books for VTT for joining the Kickstarter, this may be a stupid question, but does that mean you get? It's jumping. Sorry. Do you need to purchase VTT to obtain the books, or you get the VTT? No, you just get the books for it. The VTT license would be separate with Foundry. Now, I will tell you this much about Foundry: they have the cheapest deal going. They're a smart bunch over there. But anyway, yeah, that license is with whoever it is. Like if you want to use our stuff on Fantasy Grounds or Roll20, again, you have to have an account with them and all that set up. All we do is provide the files for you to go and download and install to play on your game, right? I believe it is, Narg. I believe it is a $50 license. I believe you're correct about that, if I remember correctly. I know that Fantasy Grounds just lowered theirs down to around there too. Finally, they did that too. They lowered theirs back down. I've bought licenses. I've bought probably 3 or 4 licenses over the years with them because originally I bought they've changed over the years. You know, they've been around since 2006. So, you know, but yeah, sure. We're going to be supporting. We've got really good support on Fantasy Grounds. We've got a guy that works over there. We've got a team that works on Foundry. And then Roll20, I've got a guy working over there. He's a little bit slower because it's just him. It's a one-man guy. So the development on it's a real slow. The Fantasy Grounds stuff is somewhat slow. But again, all these people pretty much are volunteering their time outside of their normal jobs, you know. So we take what we can get, you know. It's not, we don't have like a full department or whatever working on it. Yeah. And there's a sell on the license. Oh, that's good. Yeah, so there you go. There's 2 ones right there. Yeah, Ultimate, you know, was expensive. I bought it. Now, I will tell you this much, Adam. I caught mine at $85 and bought it years ago. But when they did, that was for Fantasy Grounds. When they came out with FGU, the new one or whatever, I ended up getting it for the normal price. I think it was $140, and now it's $50. But I'm not mad about it. It's whatever. I'm just glad they've lowered it. That's good. You know? Yeah. Yeah, so FG's a good one. I mean, I don't know what it costs for Roll20. I don't remember now. I really don't remember. I haven't bought anything over in forever, but you know, VTTs will be around forever, I guess. Now it's just according to which one you like to play and you know what they can do. For us, we can't support all of them, and we can't support all the products on every one of them. I mean, we'll probably end up having more products on one than the other, but it's the best you can do because we're still trying to run a business and put out printed books, right? So there's a lot to that. Yeah, 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 and that's it, Atomic. That's the thing. The thing with Foundry, and you know, that's like with FG. Both of them. I mean, FG, you really don't have to have anything because you can share all the books at the table. That's the best way of doing it, man. You know. Um. So yeah, those 2 companies have definitely got an interesting angle on it. Anyway, let me hop over and we'll get the giveaways done. We'll get out of here. All right, I'm going to close these entries out. Okay, and I'm going to pull 3 $10 codes this morning. You'll have Obsidian Risk in our Discord, and he'll give you a code. We're going to pick the winners now. First winner is Alien STL. Right on. There you go. $10 PDF code for you. Next is Commander Pete. Well, Pete, you know how to do it. And last but not least, Direware Teddy. Chris, I was waiting on you to show up. But all right, congrats, guys. Congrats, winners. If you're not in our Discord, but I think all you guys are, come on over and grab it. I think there's a universal VTT format. I haven't looked into programming any of it, but being programmed. Yeah, I know, man. I hear you. You ought to be a universal way, right? All right, guys. I really appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. That was a lot of fun. Shooting the shit with you guys. I guess I've got stuff we've got to do. Let's see. Did I have anything else I wanted to tell you guys? Oh yeah, so look for us to be back this afternoon, probably about 5-ish Eastern, 4-ish Central. We'll probably do a quick game of CNC with Steve. He'll probably kill me and Jeremy. I'm sure you guys will enjoy it. And of course, we'll take some questions and stuff too. So if you've got any of those, just stop by on those too as well. We should be good to answer some of those at the end of the stream. Let me see here. Let me check one thing real quick. Yeah, I think I'm going to go right into Art of Mike Disney and give him a little bit of love this morning. He's doing some painting, I think. Let's see what Mike's doing. Yeah, he's painting. So we'll set up a raid for him. Too late, Trash Monkey. You missed out. All right, I'm going to set this up for Art of Mike Disney. If you guys go over and give Mike a follow. Mike's a cool-ass dude. I've gamed with him, and we've hung out and stuff. He's a great, great guy. Great human being. And he's a really good painter, too. So, give him a hard time. Yeah, River. I know. I'm gonna challenge him to a River battle. I ought to, right? Hey, little bird. You made it in time for the raids. Good to see you, Christy. Good to see you. Hope you're doing all right. Mike is good, people. He is. Christy, holler at me. I want to get you in a game. Maybe you can play this Saturday with us if you've got time. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna let you guys go. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much. Trolls, my peeps. We'll catch you this afternoon. See you.